Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. And because it's a solo edition, it's where I answer sporting questions from the chat. As you can see from the title, the Benjamin SESKO to Manchester United. Here we go. Fabrizio Romano gave the transfer the green light. So I'm sure a lot of the questions will be surrounding SESKO joining Manchester United and will be at Old Trafford, but there's plenty more news as well. Belieber, of course, linked to Manchester United. Manchester United yesterday approached not only Belieber's camp, but also approached Brighton in regards to bringing him to Old Trafford as well. Nicholas Jackson, he could be heading to Newcastle. Speaking of Newcastle, you still got Isak, who could still be heading to Liverpool because Newcastle have now missed out on SESKO as well. You got Garnacho to Chelsea, which continues to be a topic of conversation and not go anywhere. So shout out to Warrior J, who's put all of those links in the chat. But big up to everyone that's locked in. I'm moving around the solo Q&A. It will be late night figuring out what time to put it, but it's Thursday night. You'll normally get it earlier than you did tonight, people, so don't worry about that. From next week, you'll get it earlier than you did tonight, 110%. But before I get to the chat and everything else, big up to everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV. Run up the likes, people. What I need you lot to do is hit the like button on the video, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after. Make sure you hit the like button. Big up to everyone listening on the audio platforms as well. Make sure you share this out across all the socials at Yes It's Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV. That's at Sarcasm City TV, at Yes It's Flawless on Twitter/X, also on Instagram. And just as important, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well, people. Make sure you do that. For those that don't know, maybe new here, how the Q&As work is I answer sporting questions from the chat. And if you're a member of the channel, your question takes priority like a super chat. So if you're a member or you are kind enough to super chat, I will star your question and I'll make sure I get to it, people. But if it is a non-member and it's a non-super chat and it's a great question, I'll also get to it. But to make sure I get to your question, super chat or join the membership, link is in the pinned comment. Many great perks as well, people, including the members Q&A edition that you get every week, or the fan calling, both fan calling shows which favor members as well. A big up to Mal in the chat who says, I think I'm first. You was hit. Well, no, actually you wasn't, because Warrior J was here. But yeah, big up to you, big up Sai, big up my nephew in the chat, big up Haha as well. Garnacho to Chelsea. I was told Garnacho and Jackson gonna go Villa and Rodgers to Chelsea. What happened? Hey man, Chelsea fans just be talking, just dreaming. That's what that was. A whole dream. But let me get to the actual title of this Q&A. Benjamin SESKO to Manchester United. Here we go. Agreement club to club reached with RB Leipzig for 76.5 million euros plus 8.5 million euros in add-ons. SESKO agreed terms until 2030. SESKO made clear on Tuesday that he wanted Manchester United. Deal now a reality, and that's from Fabrizio Romano. The add-ons for Benjamin SESKO, this deal will be very easy to reach as RB Leipzig wanted. Manchester United will pay 76.5 million euros fee plus 8.5 million euro fee in very easy add-ons, bringing the package up to 85 million euros, almost guaranteed. SESKO ready to fly to Manchester. Understand Manchester United are planning internally to unveil Benjamin SESKO at Old Trafford on Saturday. Arrival tonight, medical and signature on Friday, unveiling on Saturday. Again, that's from at Fabrizio Romano. So I was just making sure that was everything in regards to Benjamin SESKO. I see the Højlund news as well. He's been further linked with a move to away. 85 million euros is, I'll tell you right now. Give me 1 second. 85 million euros in pounds. I don't know why we're doing it in euros and not pounds. 73 million 0.7. So let's just call it 74. It's 74 million. Again, the signing, I'm not going to change my stance on Benjamin SESKO. You lot know me well enough. I stand on everything I state, opinion, whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong. Underwhelming signing. I think it's decent. Yes. It's a decent signing. It's not a bad signing by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's a decent player. I think he does fairly well here. But for that money, we're talking 74 million pounds. I want better. That's what it is. I want better, like than Benjamin SESKO. People keep talking about ceilings and potential, and I'll get to that in a second. But I want better. He's more than Mbeumo and he's more than Cunha. So if you're more than Bremo and you're more than Cunha, I want you to be better than those two, or at least on the same level as those two, which he is not. Do I think he does well here to an extent? Yes. Is he an improvement of what we have? Yes. Is he now a part of a much better trio for Manchester United? Also, yes, without question. I think he gets double figures in the league. I think he gets 10. I think he gets 10 league goals as well. I seen Saeed. I was in his chat earlier. Shout out to Saeed and everyone else who was on the panel who's talking about, someone asked how many, Staffy actually asked how many league goals they think we get overall. And I'm looking at it, 10 from him, 15 from the other two. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking 40 goals from those three. I think that's fair, to be honest. 15 from Embremo, 15 from Cunha, 10 from SESKO, which people will probably be like, yeah, that's a lot, but look at the fees that these lot have come in for. 62 million for Cunha, 70 million for Embremo, 74 million for SESKO. I need you, man, to put up numbers. And of course, the performances have to match. Like if they all put up them numbers, but the performances ain't it, I will still criticize. Like it should be both. It should be the goals are there and the assists are there and you're putting up the stats, but the performances also match as well. That's what I'd say. That's where I'm at with it. Warrior J says, like I said, flawless, don't get me wrong. I understand why you're saying it's underwhelming since, in my opinion, SESKO is not a good player and the bid is high, but at least your attack is a slight upgrade. Yeah, he's an upgrade on what we have, but that's more telling about Højlund because he's that bad, not about SESKO being that good. And that's where I'm at with it. Big up. Both your name is just crazy, but big up to you. Big up Cornmeal. Big up Ace Solomon as well. Pito, good to see you in the chat. Also says, honestly, the market is garbage. The market is, but you can still go and land good deals. Even though it's not a buyer's market and it doesn't favor you, this is why your recruitment team and your scouts are paid big money, is to go and find gems, because I think Manchester United have done great business this summer. I think other clubs have also done great business this summer. So there's gems out there. So I don't use that as an excuse. If SESKO, if anyone else was signing SESKO for £74 million, Manchester United would be cracking jokes about it. Fans I'm talking about. If Arsenal had done this, or Chelsea had done this, or Liverpool had done this, Manchester United fans would have all the jokes in the world about it. But because we're doing it, it kind of makes it okay. And I'm not blinded by my love for the football club. If I think a deal's great, I'll tell you. If I think a deal is not great, I'll tell you. If I think it's just okay, I'll tell you. And that's where I land with this one. And how people have spoken about SESKO, even the people who are pro the deal and pro SESKO, how they talk about the deal tells you all you need to know. Because when you hear SESKO, it's, oh, well, with Embremo and Cunha, he'll be all right. It's not how he can help them two. It's not how he can help the team. It's not how he can help the manager. It's how we can help him. Big issue to me. Massive issue for me. For that money, you can go and get better. And again, I don't think he's a bad player. It's just, it's like the Avengers are lining up and you're getting your team together and Captain America's there, Black Panther's there, and then the third is Groot. And you're like, Groot's cool. But no one's trying to be Groot. No one ain't trying to be Groot. Like, let's be real. Like, none of us are shouting a Marvel fan saying, hey, we need a Groot solo film. But Groot's cool. He's part of the team. Like, he does his job. Feel me? No one's ever like, yeah, I want to be Groot. I want to be Gamora. Like, that type of thing. That's what I'd say. Hey, big up Shine as well, man. Big up Shine. You're spot on, flawless. The market is different this window and there's not much the buying clubs can do. No, there's a lot the buying clubs can do. I don't give them an excuse. Just because it's not a buyer's market don't mean there's not. Of course, there's a lot you can do because there's players out there to go and get. So I'm not hearing that. It's a cop-out. You're paid way too much money to go, it's a bad market, scout. And I just think SESKO is just not it. I really don't. Today, I don't think he's a bad player. I disagree with that. I don't think he's a bad player. No. He's just, again, okay. Like, if we're talking Avengers, he's not on the front line. He's secondary. Because when you think of the Marvel heads, you know what I'm talking about? When you think of Avengers, there's only certain names you think of. Black Panther, Iron Man, Captain America. There's certain names that are certified that you think of. And then there's others who are afterthought. Yeah, afterthought. No one in my chat was talking about going to get SESKO. Nobody. Nobody was talking about going to get SESKO. Doesn't mean he's bad, but it tells you all you need to know. How people talk about him lets me know that I'm spot on with this. And United fans are more accepting of it because it's United doing it. Because if Arsenal or Chelsea or Liverpool was spending this money on him, they'd have all the jokes. So big up on Rulli as well. Only boss up, big up to you. I do like it though. SESKO and Bremo and Cunha up front is looking good. It's a good trio. It's a good trio. I will say that much. But it could have been a great trio. And that's where my issue lies. We had the chance to have a great trio. I now think we have a good trio. And that difference could be the difference in us winning a competition or not winning a competition. Or finishing slightly higher or not finishing slightly higher. So, again, I'm not going to lie to you lot, to be honest. I'm really not. Actually, my question is, what's your front three? Not Amarim, but what's the front three you want to see? You know the answer to this question. Cunha and Bremo Xerxes. I think that's our best front three. And that also lies my issue right there with Warrior J asking this. You're being brought in for that money, and I don't think you're the best in your position. That's an issue to me. We're spending 70 odd million on you, and I don't think you are the best player in your position. I think Xerxes is better. Get me someone who's universally, in my opinion, certified better than Xerxes. And I'm a fan of Xerxes, by the way, people. But he shouldn't be starting week in, week out. We should have someone better. All right, that's what I'd say. The original says, yo, Xerxes not a striker. So what's Xerxes then if he's not a striker? If Xerxes not a false nine, what is he? Please tell me if he's not. What is he if he's not a striker? Yeah, he upgrades the attack, and I hear this. I get you today. I hear you. Fuck that everyone was clowning Arsenal during the SESKO Gyökeres thing. People have short memories. I don't forget. I remember the conversation. Shine, hit me on it. Why do you like it? Because I know you are not lost in your love for the football club. So if you're saying this, tell me why. You know what I'm saying? Tell me why. He's a 10, y'all can see his link up. So I could say he's a false 9, y'all can see his link up. Tell me when he's ever played as a 10. He's a false 9. He's a false. Everything about him screams false 9. 100%. He's not no 10. He ain't. Who you class as a 10? He ain't Verts. He ain't Musiala. He's a false 9. You can tell. Yeah, the way he receives the ball with his back to goal and where he's played the vast majority of his career. 9.5. You know what? Original Fez. I think he's a false 9, but Fez. Capo says, where do you think an attack of Mateta and Bremo and Cunha would have finished in the Prem? See, that's a great trio. That's a great trio. And that's where that is. Because not only do I think they're all good to very good individually, they're all great foils for each other. That's a top 6. That's a top 6 attack. Without doubt. It's a top 6 attack. I'll go on further, then that's a top 4 attack. Just by itself. Those three as a trio is one of the best attacks in the league. Take out City, take out Liverpool. Arsenal are who? Saka, Gyökeres, Madueke. Villa, Watkins. Nephew, let me know your front three. You'll know better than me. Like, what would you say Villa's trio is? Newcastle, like Isak, Gordon, Alanga. My point is it's top 4. Here's the point I'm making. All right, that's it. That's what I'd say. Oh yeah, you lot are asking as well, and I get to the Belieber stuff as well, but jeez, we didn't even get no raid. You lot just popped up out of nowhere in the nighttime. You know, I know it's different time zones as well, so maybe I will keep this show around this time. Here was me thinking it was too late, and this was just going to be a quick hour show. How stupid was I? So what I need you lot to do before I continue is run up the likes, because there's just over 90 of you lot in the building. only at 35 likes. I need 60 likes, people. I need 60 likes. It's not enough, man. Word to Kendrick Lamar, it's not enough. I need 60 likes. Mods, please get everybody hitting the like button. I need you lot doing that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well on the channel. Roll to 16K. We're at 15,464. You know what? I just need one more subscriber. Get me to 15,465. I just need one more. That's it. Sanko, when I see you here often, I mod you. That's how I mod people. When I see people here on a regular basis, like daily. And I know you lot are busy, so I don't force it upon anyone. Yeah, I know obviously certain time zones it's evening or it's afternoon, etc., etc. But big up to you lot, man. Big up to you lot. Let me see, is there anything? Yo, I can't call you by any name. I can't call you. That's crazy. This name is wild. I'm gonna just call you FN. It's crazy. Do you think we get Belieber, and who would you then start in the 8-6 besides him? So you lot are gonna keep asking me about Belieber. Do I think we get Belieber? Yes. I believe we get Belieber. I believe we break the bank to get Belieber if that's what it indeed takes. I'm all for that. I've been saying this. Like I spoke about SESKO beforehand and not changed. When people have asked me in the chat many times about, oh, who's the midfielder you go get? I would say go get Belieber, but I don't think it's possible. And I didn't until a couple of days ago, where not only did we approach his team, we approached Brighton, which lets me know we have the money there because we know that Brighton are not going to let him go easily. We know that. So I think we get Belieber, yes. I don't think we've approached now for no reason because the personal terms is the easy part. Simple. That's easy to do. It's the money side. Reports come out stating that Brighton wanted 90 million plus 10. We value him at 70. Belieber may ask Brighton to lower the price, but whether it's 70, whether it's 90 plus 10, whether it's somewhere in between those two numbers or more, pay the money. Belieber's the guy. Get him in without doubt. Quality. Doesn't solve all our midfield problems, but solves many of our midfield problems. Many. Mobility. I'm saying tenacity, intensity, winning the ball back. Like all the off-the-ball attributes you want. Strong, quick, all of that stuff. Good in the air, etc., etc. And then technically he's good as well. Can receive the ball with a player on him as well. Good way, good first touch, good control of the ball in general. Good passing. Not an amazing passer, but a good passer. And also he helps whoever he's, because of his engine and the attributes he has and his ability to win the ball back, he helps whoever he's next to. So whether that's Bruno, whether that's Casemiro, whether that's Agate, whether that's Mano, etc., etc. Personally, I'd play him next to Mano, is what I'd say. Personally, I'd play him next to Mano. As much as I don't think Mano is a central midfielder, all of the things that Mano struggles with, Belieber solves them. And even though I'm saying go and get another central midfielder, let's say we don't and it's just Belieber, I'm cool. Like, all right, play Mano, but it's going to be Bruno because you're the captain. So Bruno's going to play, and he helps Bruno as well, actually. And that's the difference. Look at the massive difference in how everyone, how United fans, this is the United fans specifically, how you talk about Belieber and how you talk about SESKO. Because with SESKO, it's, oh, he's with Bremo and Cunha, he'll do well. With Belieber, it's, he can help the midfield. He can help his midfield partner in particular. He helps the team overall. Bear in mind, again, still, I've been doing the show almost half an hour now. Nobody's spoken, not seen anybody mention about Belieber's potential or Belieber's stealing or the new one, sell on value. Bear in mind, all of these things are through the roof. His potential is through the roof. His ceiling is ridiculous. His sell-on value is also potentially ridiculous. If he's 100 million now, what is he in 3, 4, or 5 years' time if he continues to get better? Man is 21. Why is nobody talking about those 3 things I just mentioned? You know why no one's talking about those 3 things I just mentioned? Because he's quality now. He's of a level now. Notice the distinct difference between him and SESKO. The reason why people talk about potential and ceiling and him having a good sell-on value with SESKO is because he's not that good now. Whereas Belieber is, bear in mind, Belieber is younger than SESKO. Bear in mind, I think his potential is higher than SESKO's. I think his ceiling is higher than SESKO's. His sell-on value is miles clear. But people don't talk about them things. Oh, yeah, Belieber's ability to carry the ball as well. I forgot about that. Thank you, Cornmeal, for letting me know. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. And do I think we get Belieber? Yes, I think we get the deal done. Because similar to Liverpool with Isak, if we don't get him this summer, I think you have a fight to get him next summer. That's what I'd say. But please go and get Belieber. He solves so many problems in our midfield. And then if you just go and get a competent midfielder next to him who's a controller, someone who's mobile, but someone who is he's better technically than Belieber, more of a dictator in there, someone who controls the game, dictates the game, short range passing, long range passing. Smoke. Then you're on smoke. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. Big up to Only Basis is flawless. Stop being positive. They won't talk about this though. When I'm waxing lyrical about Belieber, or when I've waxed lyrical about Cunha, or when I've waxed lyrical about Mbeumo, or I've spoken about how I rate Ineos in regards to the transfer window, and have praised them countless times for it. Praise them countless times for it, but people won't talk about those things when I do praise when I think it's good things. So yeah, Belieber would be quality. Yeah, Belieber would definitely 110% be a quality signing. Yes. So if we can get him, go get him. That's where I'm at. If we can get Belieber, go and get him. Go break the bank. Solve so much. Like Cornmeal mentioned in the chat about him carrying the ball. Never mind his other attributes. A good passer, can receive it, can hold people off. And then off the ball, so many attributes. And also, again, Premier League proven. You don't have to worry about him adapting to the league, adapting to a new country, adapting to a lifestyle. He's been here 2 seasons now, and he's only 21. He's only 21. So imagine how much better he could be in a year's time. Never mind 3, 4, 5 years' time. But yeah. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Members, your time. And again, if you're a member of the channel, your question does take priority like a super chat. But if you're a non-member or it's a non-super chat, I will get to your question if it is indeed a good one. Yeah, I hear you. His physical, because he's like 6 foot plus. What is he, like 6'2", 6'3"? Something like that. Big up my G-Dazzer in the cut as well. Well, I guess Bruno would start alongside Belieber. Is Belieber enough to cover for Bruno's lack of spatial awareness? Yes. He is 110%. Like, you would want someone better alongside him, or I would, but he's a great foil for whoever's there. Because what do we talk about? What we lack in there, he provides so much of that as well. So that's what I'd say in regards, and it will be Bruno. If we sign Belieber, which I think we do, it will be Belieber and it will be Bruno. They'll be the two. They'll be the two. That's what I'm saying. Big up Shine as well every single time. And like he said, smash it. Smash the likes. Man said, LOL, FN is good. Okay, last question. Do you think the centre-back is a potential issue with depth? I have this weird PTSD with injuries. No, not really. I think we got enough. I think with Maz, Delit, Yoro, Heaven, Fredrickson, even Dalo as a right-sided centre-back emergency, I think we're fine. Sure, I'm not going to lie, but even him, Martinez, he'll be back. Let me not forget, Martinez will be back January. So I can add Martinez into the mix as well. And defenders don't really get injured too tough like that when you think about it for long periods of time. Outside of Martinez, like, you don't really, like, centre-backs are not really injury prone like that. I think you have to be extremely unlucky to the point it's a problem. So that's what I'd say. Flawless, when the manager inevitably gets sacked, who do you think should replace him? Do you want us to keep it in the Prem as well when it comes to the manager? I want us to go get, when he gets sacked, I want an interim. And the reason why I want an interim is because then it gives the board time to go and assess and get whoever they need to go and get. Because there's no standout managers right now that I'm like, yeah, go get him. But how does Eddie Howe do at Newcastle? How does Areola do at Brentford? How does Glasner do at Palace? That's just 3 names off the top of the head. But then maybe someone pops up in Europe and you're like, whoa, he's been crazy. someone from the Bundesliga or Liga 1 or La Liga or Serie A, etc., takes their league by storm and does much better than expected. And people go, yeah, well, he had a good season last season and it kind of went under the radar, but this season ain't on smoke. So, yeah, not necessarily, yeah. Yeah, Areola at Bournemouth, not Brentford, yeah. So that's what I'd say, yeah. It doesn't, to me, no, it doesn't have to be within the Prem, though, not the manager. It depends on who we go get. But one thing I will say is the managers in the next manager after Amram is walking into a much better situation, a lot of quality, a lot more quality to work with. And if you're a half decent manager, you'll be fine. How do you think we pay for him flawless installments? Yeah. I think anytime it's a big bid like this, anytime it's 60, 70, 80, anything 70 million plus is rare, will all be in one swoop. So I think we'll pay for him in installments. Yeah. Hey, again, man. If it's 70, if it's 80, if it's 90 plus 10, if it's 100, if it's 100 and plus, if it's 100 plus 10, I mean, if it's 110, get him in. Yeah. I've said it all last season. Baliba will cover Bruno's weaknesses and actually make him look decent. That's how good he is. I hear you. Yep. Baliba can also play in the back three as well. So that is definitely an option right there. When is Martinez back? I'm not even sure when he's back. Let me know. Let me know when he's back, people. I don't know about Zizou. I'm not with Conte, and I'm not sure about Zidane. But then again, if you're building a great team, one thing Zidane has shown is that he can manage good players. So it's not the worst idea in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's not the worst idea in the world. Big up Chef. Says big up Flawless. Finally making sense. What Manchester United are doing, Chef? You mean? Because it is finally making some form of sense. We'll see. Even though we still do things and I go, huh? But it's definitely looking promising. That's what I'd say. Could you imagine if Fabregas continues to impress at Como and we go get him to be the Manchester United manager? What a storyline that would be. See, I didn't even think of him as a book. You just use someone as an example. He's done well with Como so far. So if he then goes and has another great season, people might go, yeah, him. Because managers pop up. All it takes is a season to put you on the radar. It takes you 1 or 2 seasons. The same way for players, it's like that for managers as well. But I just go and get into him, go get Rude. Flawless, what is your most outrageous football opinion no one agrees with? What, as of right now, or in general? What a good question, Sai. In regards to what you're saying, like ever, or you saying right now? Oh, yeah. What's this? Yeah, he owns Como, and so he can be bought out. Flawless, can you rate my chant? Then I saw his face. I'm a believer. Yo, you're a joke, man. You're a joke, man. In general, that no one agrees with. I'm too logical to have something that no one agrees with. I might be in a minority, but no one agrees with. Probably the biggest statement I'd say is, and some of you lot won't be of age to remember this, but I say Patrick Vieira, it's between two. Patrick Vieira is the most complete central midfielder we've ever seen in the Premier League. Like when I'm talking about from defense to attack, he could do it all. Like he could play in a single, as a single 6. He could play in a double pivot. He could do a box-to-box 8. Could have played as a 10. Defensively, ridiculous. Like he had all the acts defensively as like ridiculous. And then offensively, ridiculous. Yaya Toure didn't have his defensive nous. Did you lot watch Vieira? Gerrard isn't better than Vieira. So yeah, it's probably that. Vieira could do everything Gerrard could do, plus more. Only thing he added in was the passing. Vieira could pass, by the way. You don't see Vieira could dribble. Man was 6'4". You know what I'm saying? Flicking the ball over people's heads and all them things. You know how tough he was. Dinking goalkeepers on his wrong foot and that. What are we doing? Yeah. Torre was a beast, but he wasn't as complete as Vieira. Well, as complete as Vieira. Technically, Vieira clears him. From a technical standpoint, Vieira clears Yaya Toure. if you just put their technical attributes up against each other. But there's nothing Vieira. There's nothing from a technical standpoint. Physically, Yaya's a beast. Vieira's a beast. And then so yeah, it's probably that. When I say most complete, I don't think there's anything in this game he's not 8 out of 10 at. Like, that's what it is. But again, a lot of people in the chat wouldn't have seen Vieira. And I'm saying this as a Manchester United fan who grew up, I despise Vieira. Exactly. Yaya will tell you Vieira's levels. We never seen Vieira do what regularly? What, perform at a high level? What? He did it on the international stage and club stage. Again, people in the 4-4-2 era, people also overlook that. In the 4-4-2 era, he weren't playing in no 4-2-3-1. 4-4-2 era he did. It weren't no, you're a defensive midfielder, you're an attacking midfielder. Like, when you're in the 90s, you had to be able to do it all, or somewhat. You might have been lucky enough to play alongside someone who was that good. 4-4-2. All right. I don't think Yaya's the same in a 4-4-2. That's what it is. I don't think Yaya's put Vieira in this era with 4-3-3, where he could just be box to box. Or he could have just been a 10. Or he could have just been a DM and focus on that. Just saying, man. Just saying, man. I don't think that Yaya would have thrived as much in the 4-4-2. Nah. And Yaya's a beast. But no. Well, yeah, Gerrard's a beast. Don't ever misunderstood. But yeah, that's my probably my most unpopular opinion. I guess people like I disagree, which is fair. Flawless, I like every Ineos signing. Every signing Ineos has made, but I don't know about SESKO. It's a risk. I hear you, Ibrahim. I hear you on this. But in regards to averages, they've done very well. They've done very, very well. Agate is the only miss so far. And Agate is the only miss, and you've signed what? 7-8 players. Because you got Delit, you got Maz, you got Yoro, you got Dorgu, you got Heaven, you got Cunha, you got Embremo, you got SESKO. Am I missing anyone? That's 8. Did I include Agate? So if you include Agate, that's 9. So if you get 8 out of 9 or 7 out of 9, that's a phenomenal return. That's what needs to be done. You have to be hitting 7 out of 9. Insane. Even if you want to put Cheeto in there, I put Cheeto in the plus column. How much is Cheeto? As a youngster, I put Cheeto in the plus column. I don't think that's a bad signing. I've only watched him a limb when he's played for us. I go, Faz. If he would have cost 40 million, I go, yeah, but he was cheap. Heaven was brilliant by 1 million. That was brilliant. Brilliant. I watched him once in the first 10 minutes he played for us, and I was like, bad boy signing. Could just see it. So yeah, I didn't really include Cheeto because he's not played like that. Heaven has played a little bit more, but if you want to include Cheeto, I give them that credit too. I give them credit for that too. So 7 out of 9, 8 out of 9, or 8 out of 10. Plaudits. That's what I'd say. Let's see where you're at. See, I get what you're saying. No flawless. I'm saying in terms of attacking, his defensive attributes are brilliant. Saying it's attacking, because what we class as attacking attributes now, we wouldn't have classed as attacking attributes then. Like, because attacking midfielders, if you got attacking midfielders now, we're looking for more goals. Whereas carrying the ball, giving goals, etc. Like that's under attacking. It gets you going. So that's what I'd say. Why? Sky always trying to cause a ruckus, man. Sky always the guy to throw a chair and everyone starts fighting. Big up Smooth says Ganache is leaving. Who's gonna hit the side there? Now you're a joke, man. You're a joke, man. Hopefully that deal gets done. Hopefully Chelsea don't try and loan, because they might try that. Chelsea might try that on a cheeky thing. Go, all right, here's a loan. Because they did it with Sancho. And it was smart to do it with Sancho. And I hope it don't backfire on us. But it seems they are heavily interested in him. And the price is the problem. We should have sold him already. It shouldn't be the 8th of August and he's still here. Nah, it's your fault, Si. You know what you're doing. This is why you ask for unpopular opinions and you do this elite player versus this elite player and stuff like that. See, look, Capo's trying it now. Prime example. He says Modric or Iniesta. If I say Modric, man ain't gonna like it. If I say Iniesta, man ain't gonna like it. Bear in mind, they're two of the best midfielders ever. Point blank, period. They're two of the best ever. What I was gonna say? Yeah, to Horace who says, don't think we're gonna loan him, but don't think we're buying him for 50 million. But I think you could try a cheeky loan because we're desperate to sell him and he doesn't want to be here. Whereas I think we should have just said, hey, he's available, 25 plus 5, he's yours. And I think this deal gets done in June. I don't know why we could have used that 30 million to invest elsewhere. Maybe on a wing back. Maybe we go, hey, you know what? We go get a right wing back, or we go get a left wing back, for example. Or we go get an additional central midfielder. I'm just throwing out names, or an additional centre back. Could have used that. Yeah, Capo, it's personal preference, 100%. It's personal preference. I was just using you, Capo, as an example for what side does. That's all. That's all it was. But yeah, game gone. Game gone, man. 25 plus 5 is a phenomenal deal for him. And to sell him to them as well. I've already seen Chelsea fans losing their mind about it, and that is great. Because normally they do this to other teams. They did it to us with Mount. They done it to Chelsea. They done it to Arsenal, with Madueke. They did it to Arsenal with Havertz. But to do it to them, we owe them. We owe them. 100%. We owe them. We owe them. Hey, Si, two things can be true. You can be causing a ruckus and causing mayhem, and it's good topics. Because normally, especially in the content creator space, these two things go hand in hand. One thing I say, Si, is you don't ask bad questions. If I thought it was a bad question, I'd be like, nah, it's bad. But two things can be true. Hey, run up the likes, over 100 of you lot in it. Nah, hey, Solomon, we owe you. That Mount deal still pisses me off. So we owe you, even if it's 10 million you pay. I just want to see him at Chelsea and running around in a Chelsea shirt, even though I think he gets limited minutes there, and Chelsea fans losing their mind about how bad he is because he's awful. Let's just clarify that. That's why I don't understand Manchester United fans looking a big price for not only a player they don't rate and think is terrible, but also on top of that, the club will actively want to sell the player and the player wants to leave. Outside of Saudi, when you have those things I've just mentioned, you are not getting big money for him. It's never happened. Someone please point me to a point where that has happened in the last 10 years, where a player is coming off a terrible season, not seen as a good player, wants to leave the football club. The club actively want to sell him, and he goes somewhere that's not Saudi for big money. Don't tell me. I've never seen. That's why when Manchester United go get 40 million for him, get 50 million for him. Chelsea got this for Madueke, and Dortmund got this for Bino Gittins, and Forest got this for Alanga. Yes, because they were the A sides of the negotiation. They were the A sides. And how much was Benteke to Palace? What did he go for? What did he go for? What was the fee? Yeah, he went for 27 million. I'm looking at it, yeah. Transfer to Palace was 27 million with an additional 5 million, so 32 million. It's not a big fee. And I guarantee, I don't know what his numbers were, but he was coming off a better season than friggin' what's his face, than Garnacho. If Benteke didn't go 20 games without a goal, guess what? He had a bad season. Tell you that much. Tell you that much. So yeah, I'm looking here. Yeah, he went for. Where did he go? How long did he spend at Liverpool? He only spent the one season at Liverpool. So he got 9 goals. So that's not an awful return. Got 9 in 29. I think and then when I got 15 at Palace. But yeah, we move. We move. To Benny, that's a crazy take. That's a crazy comment. And Frenzy who says this club pissing me off flawless. 80 plus for a player who scored 13 and 33. A man are getting gas telling me about his long shots. Because they got to reach Frenzy, that's why. So they're going to tell you about long shots, how he can jump high and he's good in the air and he has high potential and high ceiling and he's good for sell-on value and he's good for 2028 when we try to win the league. And you already know it. And because we have Mbeumo and Cunha, they'll be able to help him. You know you're going to get all of that, Frenzy. Well, he's a decent player. I'm not happy about it, though. Like, I'm really not. I said John Carew, you know, that is taking it back. I said John Carew. Yeah. Like, I said John Carew. Crazy. Flawless, we need SESKO to score a last-minute winner against Arsenal and just the Gyökeres celebration. I hope if whoever does score against Arsenal does his celebration. Just to piss them off. I hope so. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can start my match reaction with this and then change it and then the hands on the head. That's what it is. I'll go from here. I won't take the half because my hair mess, but yeah. AS Madison, big up as well, man. Every single time. Big up, my guy. Big up. Hey, you lot, continue to get your questions in. We're at 75 likes. Big up you lot, man. 75 likes. All right, let's get up to 90 likes, people. Let's get up to 90 likes. I'm going to have to keep this at this time, man. Like 12:30 or something. Jeez, big up to you lot. Every single time. And we're at 15,000. So we did get the 1 more subscriber. Now I'm asking for 3 more subscribers, people. So we're at 75 likes. I'm only asking for 15 more people. So we need 15 more likes. And I'm asking for 3 more subscribers. Get us to 15,470. 3 more. That's all. There's over 100 of you lot here. If you're watching and you don't have a YouTube account, you have an email. Use it, create one, hit the like button and subscribe. Because it all helps the channel. Because the more you lot support, the more content I can then make. Look how much content I do now. And I can do even more content if you lot support. I'm looking to add, like I say, twice a day, people. That is the plan. Then bare minimum, you lot are looking. I'm looking to give you lot 2 live streams a day, every day. Yes, Taram, do this full time. Yes. Let's see as well. That's crazy. You lot, you man are moving mad about Mbeumo, but I'm glad rival fans are continuing to hate. I mean, hating on new signings. It means we're doing something right. So no one don't hate on Højlund, they just laugh. So I love that. Love that. Let's see this. Oh yeah, this is further on Manchester United as well. So let's get to this. Hey, that's Madison. Why are people mocking Mbeumo in the chat? Is because Mbeumo's a good player. That's why. That's why they're mocking him. Pre-season, you know. Manchester United are set to discuss with Rasmus Højlund about his future. AC Milan aware of possible opportunity on initial loan with heavy loan fee and salary covered. Højlund insists on staying at Manchester United, not scared by competition. First, he can want to stay and want to fight all he wants. Same way I want Margot Robbie to respond to my DMs. We can all reach for the stars. Neither of those things are going to happen. Get him gone. If AC Milan want him, get him gone. There should be no discussion about it. He's done nothing to warrant a stay. You've had your about staying and fighting for your chance. You've had 2 seasons worth of chances. You've had ample opportunity, and not only have you not got goals and not got assists, your performances have been god awful. There's a way to put, as silly as this sounds, there's a way to perform poorly. And I watched you not put in effort and not try. Bear in mind, I think that is large in part to you being low on confidence. But guess what? Manchester United, that ain't the place. We're doing elite level sport. We ain't got time for your feelings. We need to win. Looking there, man got 10 in his first season. For you played 62. What is this? Yeah, he's played 62 league games for us. 62 league games he's played for Manchester United. He played 43 in all comps in his first season and 52 last season. Jesus. How's he played that many games? What in the world is going on? How's he played that many games? What is happening? Fuck yeah, we need this guy gone. You've played just under 100 matches. Yeah, like, again, him wanting to stay all well and good, but the hierarchy needs to just take that out of his hands. And don't ask this idiot manager whether he wants to keep him or not. That's a major bonus. If we can get him gone, adding Rashford as well, you get Garnacho gone for 30 million. Anthony leaves, Sancho leaves for X amount. Good window. Very good window. I say Rashford gone, potentially Højlund, Garnacho for 30 million to the mighty Chelsea. Anthony gone, let's say it's 15, 20 million. Sancho the same. And the wages, I'm with it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this. Like, the ball just need to take it out of his hands. That's it. Yeah, we need to replace the goalkeeper. That's the Belieber money. Exactly. If we would have moved on Garnacho, money's there. Because the money's there for Belieber anyway. And let's dispel this myth that I was mentioning about all summer long when people telling me United were broke. I remember that. People telling me that Manchester United were broke in May and June. Oh, United have no money. United are finished. Who you going to buy? People going on. People really believe that shit. We have more money than I thought, though. Because I thought after Bremo and Cunha, it was a sell to buy thing. And then we put up the money for SESKO. And then we're in for Belieber. I'm like, oh shit, you might really. But anyway, where does United print money? So I'd say United print money. That's what we're seeing. Is everyone quiet about that? Flawless, what's your thoughts on Julian Alvarez, Caicedo, Pacho, Valverde not on the Ballon d'Or list? We know what the Ballon d'Or list is like. We know it's Fugazi or can be. That's why I don't take it into consideration like that. I didn't even know the list was out until you just told me so. I really don't pay it no mind. That says, I'm glad that y'all ain't get Visa along with him because that coup would be the best in the league last season. Yeah, for real, I would have preferred Visa. You know what I'm saying? I would have definitely preferred Visa to a SESKO, but hey, we move. Let's go. Francis says, Snowbunny master back in full effect. I had to use an analogy that you lot would understand. I'm not actually don't understand because you lot are very intelligent. That would makes it clear what I'm trying to say. That's why I use such a crazy analogy. Yeah, he wants to stay and fight. Yeah, and I'm still trying to hit up Margot Robbie. What are we doing? Oh, Jamie Price. What's crazy is it popped up on my feed on on Instagram, you know, in the search bit. Is it your search, the search section or whatever it is? Like, is it a for you page? Wherever it is on the gram, because you lot got Instagram. And there's 2 pictures, and I thought they were both what's it called? I thought it was both Margot Robbie, and it was like, nah, it's a different woman. She's called Jamie Presley. She was in My Name Is Earl and that. I was like, oh, they look the same. It's like, damn. So yeah, I'm gonna help her too. See what I got. Hey, shoot my shot, man. Shoot my shot. I'm just saying, for my defense against y'all 15 places, now we can look, man, if he's... Wait, say this again, Da. Say this again. I didn't realize, Noble. Because I've seen My Name Is Earl, but I never paid it too much attention. And I never realized she looked like Margot Robbie until there was a picture of them side by side. And I was like, wow, she really does look like it. It's crazy. But let's see what else. What did Warrior J put in the chat? Shout out to Warrior J as well. Speaking of, you know, poor strikers, Nico Jackson will be one of the next big players to move in the strikers domino. Same as Nkunku. Chelsea and Jackson are set to part ways this summer. Plan clear since July on both club and player sides. Newcastle, Spurs, if Richarlison leaves, and Italian clubs have made contact. Thank God we haven't made contact for either of those two. Because we was linked to Jackson because of the Garnacho situation and our striker situation. We was also linked to Nkunku because of the Garnacho situation. I don't want none of these Chelsea lot. Or bring me no Chelsea, some Chelsea to rejects. I'm good on all that. But yeah, Newcastle, like, that's again, I think that's lazy. To go for, if you're in the Premier League and you're trying to sign Nicholas Jackson, why? What has he done that makes you go, yeah, he's not a bad player, by the way. He's decent. But that's it. Decent. And you've seen him at his very best and you've seen him at his very worst. Chelsea's third choice striker, and they looking big money for him. And Kobe's just been terrible as well. He's just been dreadful. Absolutely awful. Let's see what else you lot are saying in the chat. Some guy from League One. So, oh no, you lot are chatting about what? Let's see. Nico Jackson, the milkman, going up north to Newcastle. Yeah, it's mad. It's crazy work, man. We just signed a striker. Spoob's got more G&A than SESKO. Other than that, oh, you actually made it. Okay, first. No, I haven't watched Fantastic Four. Nah, I've not watched Fantastic Four. I need to actually watch it. Was she Poison Ivy? That's an old Batman, though, right? Noble. That's like a Batman from the 90s, right? Yeah, now I think about it, yeah. What is this? Let's see what's what. Yeah, I see Dar in the chat. And again, people, when rivals are bannering and making jokes about players, etc., they're saying to that. People don't do that people don't use that and use nicknames for bad players. No one ain't got no names for Højlund. I ain't got no names for Højlund. We also know we don't have no names for Garnacho. That came from Manchester United fans. Brown fans don't mention it. That's why it was none of this last season talking about Højlund and Garnacho and Mount and what they're gonna do. I love that, man. It means we're actually signing quality, which we have done, to be honest. Which we have done. Oh, right. I thought you meant Poison Ivy, the character, like the villain in Batman. First. Stand corrected. Where else? Right, I'm closing out in the next 10, 15 or so. So you'll find a few questions in. Let's see. Trying to see what else there is. Oh, yeah, more Isak news. Let's see what's going on the Isak side of things as well. Liverpool maintain their focus on Alexander Isak for the final weeks of the summer window. New proposal ready to be submitted if Newcastle open doors to the move. Isak maintains his position. He doesn't want to play or stay at Newcastle. He wants to leave and join Liverpool. That's from Fabrizio Romano. There's more on this as well. Just so you know what it is. Just trying to find it. Oh, yeah, this is it. Alexander Isak will not play for Newcastle in the Seller Cup games this weekend. That's from Craig Hope _DM. Newcastle's failure to sign Benjamin Sesko does not affect the Alexander Isak situation. Newcastle have no other attackers in mind, and Newcastle United's feeling remains Isak must be sold or extend with no. Let's get the rest of this message up. With no middle ground, Isak has to date shown no willingness to do the latter. Liverpool ready to bid again if given encouragement. That's from Ben Jacobs Ben on Twitter. Liverpool will look to sign another attacker after Darwin Núñez agreed to move to Al Hilal, with Alexander Isak still their priority. There remains obvious obstacles in a deal for Isak, however, not least whether Newcastle will allow him to leave given their struggle to recruit players and also what fee they would ask. Hey, you know what? Newcastle just don't sell him, man. Don't sell him. That's what it is. Do not sell him. You are giving him one of the Infinity Stones. Don't sell him. Don't sell him. I wonder what's taking Liverpool so long to make a bid. That's the interesting part to me. I don't know what exactly they're weighing up. Player wants to leave. Seems he doesn't want to sign the contract. And the only reason he's not at Liverpool currently is because of Liverpool right now. Because Liverpool have not offered no big money to Newcastle yet. So I'm just saying, man, like, why should I show up? I'm just saying, like, this is the facts of the matter. Why have they not put the 120 million, 130 million bid on the table? Yeah, like I would expect Liverpool to bid again. Where's the bid? Same way people spoke about us with Mbeumo and why it went on for so long. What's going on? You all just don't want to pay the money. You know, I was like, yeah, because he's using my lines about how about you show up, mate? Because that's what I'd say. I don't think it's agreed. Not in the slightest. I don't think it's agreed. I think Newcastle want big money. I keep saying this. I think Newcastle want big money for him, and I don't think Liverpool are willing to meet the valuation now. That's what it is. They're not willing to meet the valuation now. I think they want 150. I don't think Liverpool want to pay 150 for him. Because I think if it was 120, he'd be it. What's the right moment, Ty? Flawless, we don't go blindly, we'll bid at the right moment. What's the right moment? Tell me. What's the right moment? What are you lot waiting for? What's this magical moment? What's the difference in bidding on the 9th of August to the 14th of August? What's the difference? Talk to me. Please let me know. What's the difference? So you're waiting on Newcastle to get that striker. Say Newcastle don't get that striker. Then what? And when have teams ever cared about that? It's never been a thing. That's never been a thing. It's never been, hey, wait till we get someone and then we'll accept your bid. There's no bid to accept. Yeah. Like I'm telling you, they ain't waiting for that. Like I said, man, they're not waiting on that. They just don't want to pay the money. Because what happens if Newcastle don't get a striker, which someone has said in the chat, Newcastle have been rejected left, right, and center all summer long. So what? So why is it not a possibility that they don't get a striker? Because Jackson's big money. Someone tell me the visa news has gone quiet. Why did Newcastle get a striker? Someone tell me that. Why is it a guarantee? Nah, no FPL this season. I did it last season, but I set it up for you lot. I even know one. Flawless, we're waiting for Newcastle replacements. Once they get their strikers, then we can bid. Flawless, as I said, Newcastle don't strike, then Liverpool and Newcastle will find middle ground. Ah, so that's what it is. So you reckon you waiting for them to get their striker and then put in the bid? Okay, then. What happens if they don't get a striker, though? Which is a possibility. That's my question to you, Si, and everyone's saying they're waiting on the replacement. What happens if Newcastle do not get a striker? What is then the move? What's the move? Please let me know. Someone play Isai and everyone else in the chat. Please let me know. And don't worry, Dazer, I'll start your question about Belieber as well, because it's a good one. I don't think they want to pay that money for Jackson. Hey, Sai, don't go quiet on me now, family. If that is, you are playing a very dangerous game if that's the case. Because I say this now, I'll ask the chat, I'll ask you lot a question. If Liverpool today slapped down 150 million for Isak, the Newcastle rejected. It's the 8th of August now. If they put in a bid today, the 8th of August for 150 million for Isak, the Newcastle rejected. Genuine question to you lot. Yes, if they bid 150 million, yes. I'm asking the question. Same to you, Chris, in the chat. Is it Chris Ofsky Fairs? 150 million. It's the 8th of August now. It might be the 7th for some of you lot. But today, if Liverpool offered 150 million to Newcastle for Isak, did they reject it? So Miles is saying they accept it. Warrior J is saying they won't reject it. Spoobs is saying they won't reject it. I want to know from Sai and Nephew and Chris, everyone else in the chat, everyone who's been talking about this. Chris in the chat. He says, so Chris is saying they reject it on principle. First, everyone else. Sai, let me know. Genuinely want to know. A Solomon saying they accept. Krasovsky saying if they have no striker, they reject it, but they do, yes, they accept. All right, Krasovsky, if they offer 170. To Krasovsky, to those who are saying no about the 150, do they reject 170? Big up certified. Everyone's saying no to the first question. Do they reject 170? To Krasovsky and Chris. I'm just gauging where people are in the field, like where they are with their thought process on this. That's matters. I'm not talking about too much. Hey, Sai, give me the question. Answer the question, Sai. If Liverpool drop a £150 million bid for Isak today, do Newcastle reject it? And to those that are saying no to the question, like Chris and Krasovsky, if it's 170, I bump it up to 170. Do Newcastle reject that? Harris is saying no, they're not rejecting the 150 first. Feel free, everyone chime in. You don't have to be a Newcastle or a Liverpool fan. I'm just trying to gauge where you lot are at mindset wise with this. Let me know. 150. If you think they reject 150, do they reject 170? I don't think they reject 150 either. Which dispels this whole myth about them waiting for Newcastle to get a striker. They just want the big money for him. So Krasovsky, you don't think so? You think 170 doesn't get him? All right, Fez. I disagree, but Fez. I think if they offer 150 or 170, they accept it. I don't think they reject 150 for him, which dispels this whole myth about waiting for them to get a striker. Whenever did Liverpool ever that like accept? No, if you again, I say this, I don't think Liverpool want to spend that money on him. I don't think they do. Because what happens if all right, so to Krasovsky in the chat, what happens if Newcastle don't get a striker? Then what? So Krasovsky, answer my question then. What happens if Newcastle don't get a striker this summer? They can't identify a target, they can't agree terms, or they continue to lose out. What happens? Same to you, Sai, as well. To everyone who thinks that what happens if Newcastle don't get a striker, then what? I'm not sure. Back again will probably be like 2 p.m. Warrior J. Probably be a similar time. Yo, Chris, I just need an answer to my question. What happens if Newcastle don't sign a striker? Can I get an answer to my question, please? That's all I'm asking for. I hear everything you're saying. I just need an answer to my question. If Newcastle don't sign a striker, what is the happen? Because that's what you're saying and others are saying, which I do hear. I disagree with it. I don't think that's the thing. I don't think teams look at things like that. But let's say hypothetically they are. So I'm in agreement with you for this. In this hypothetical, Liverpool are sat there and are going, all right, when Newcastle sign a striker, we'll go in for Isak. So what happens if Newcastle do not sign a striker? Which is a possibility. Okay, so we got there. So if they don't sign a striker, they keep him and sell him for slightly less next summer. All right, cool. Which I do agree with also. I don't think they're looking at it that way. Because I think there's a genuine possibility that what I said could happen. Newcastle might not sign a striker. Because you know what? When Newcastle are going in for a striker, teams are looking at it and going, wait, you lot got this big money potentially dropping. This is the Isak replacement. Hey, extra 30, 40 million on that. Don't worry, we'll wait. Add-ons in that. I'm just saying. But hey, let Liverpool play. Liverpool are playing a dangerous game, man. Liverpool are playing a very, very dangerous game, is what I'm saying. Very dangerous. And I love it. I love it. Because if they miss out, whew, all the scenes if they miss out, man. The scenes if they, and then he goes like Barcelona or Madrid or PSG or somewhere else next year. It's anywhere but Liverpool. I love it, man. Be great. Tabazi says Isak has burnt all bridges at Newcastle. I don't see him staying now. Here the thing is, let's say hypothetically he does stay. At Newcastle. Eventually he'll play because it's best for all parties involved. It's World Cup year. He'll want to play for that. He'll also want to keep his value high and keep Liverpool and other clubs interested. And it's best fit for Newcastle as well, because they're trying to get back into Europe also. Yeah. Every club knows Newcastle are desperate for a striker at 20 million on. Hey. And people know Newcastle got, how much did Newcastle offer for SESKO? Was it 95 million euros? How much is 95 million euros? Hold up. They offered I will round it up. They offered 83 million pounds for SESKO. How much was it? Was it 90 million euros? Is that pounds or euros? Tabani says, how are Liverpool playing a dangerous game if they're waiting on Newcastle to sign a striker? If that is their MO, if that's their thought process, they're playing a dangerous game. Because like I said, what gives you confidence that Newcastle's get a striker? And why is that in your thought process for them? Why do you care about Newcastle? When this player could be the difference in you winning the league or not winning the league. But yeah, do you not think we covered our bases by getting Ekatike? Covered your bases to an extent, yes. I don't think you'll struggle, but I rate Isak that highly. I think he's the difference in Liverpool winning the league or not winning the league, in my opinion. That's how highly I rate him. So I'm not wasting time. I'm putting the money down that they want because you're the final puzzle in the jigsaw for me. If I have you last season, I probably win a treble. And of course, teams have changed, teams have got better, etc. You could draw different teams in the cup competitions, but yeah. Flawless is not a dangerous game. It's a smart game. It's like stock market, Flawless. You need to know when you can get your product at your price. No, Si. It's a dangerous game if they're waiting on Newcastle to get a striker. That I agree is a danger. That's what I'm saying. This is what people are saying in the chat. They're waiting on Newcastle. I can't remember if you said it or not. See, LFC red, but fairs, same difference. You're saying I view Isak as the difference in the Champions League, but in the Premier League, I TK. I'll see him as the difference in potentially in the Champions League, definitely in the Prem. But my point is, he's a difference maker in a major competition. I'm paying him. I'm not waiting on another team to do something to go get that player. That's just me personally. I'm not operating like that. If I view him as such, and I don't think Liverpool view him as I don't think Liverpool rate him as highly as I do. That's what I'd say. I don't think they rate him as highly as I do. I would have done slap the 150 down. Would have put out the first video, then I'd be like, all right, wants to leave, I would have shit. But again, it's just me. Wait, Flawless, my bad. If you answer this, do you think Isak leaves? I forgot what you said. I actually think he does leave, yeah. I just think Liverpool pay the big money that they want. But I just don't think they are willing to part with it now. I think they're trying to lower it, but eventually they'll fold. Kind of like how we did with him, Bremo. We didn't want to spend 70 million on him. We wanted to spend 65. So, yeah. That's what I'd say. But that's just me. Speaking of Liverpool, Sarcasm City playback will be live for Liverpool Palace Sunday, right? Twitch, Warrior J, not playback, Twitch. I've just not updated the schedule on Twitch. But you lot, make sure you follow Twitch, re-download Twitch if you need to. I'll put something out on the community page. I'll be talking about it on live streams. I'll put it out across the socials. I'll probably do a video on the socials as well. So, yeah. Yeah, Warrior J, Twitch. I've just, like I said, I've just not updated it. Also, as well, Saturday, I'll be doing championship game, the early game, Coventry City versus Hull. On oh shit, that's tomorrow, technically my time. So yeah, the 9th. I'll be doing that. Yeah. We're back on Twitch. Now we'll be on playback for the Prem games that are on there. So the games actually on the playback will be there. Baz says, what's the Twitch name? Come on, Baz. You know what the Twitch name is gonna be. Sarcasm City TV, man. Sarcasm City TV on our socials. Sarcasm City TV on YouTube. Sarcasm City TV clips on YouTube. Sarcasm City TV gaming on YouTube. Sarcasm City TV on playback. Sarcasm City TV on Twitch. Sarcasm City TV on Instagram. Sarcasm City TV on Twitter /X. I need to talk to my little bro and try to get Sarcasm City TV on TikTok. Come on, man. That's all. Sarcasm City TV, man, on all socials. I'm gonna do some Warrior J. I'll do some championship games, not all, but I'm gonna do some. I got you, but I see that, Baz. I know that you wouldn't take offense to that. Big up, man. I was just, you know what? It was just an excuse to promote, Baz. I went into my promoter bag. You're not doing the championship opener, the pride of Birmingham versus Ipswich, at that beautiful St. Andrew Stadium. What time is it? I've not checked out the rest, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, big up to Baz. I just got the notification. Get over to the Twitch. Let me actually drop the link in the chat. It's twitch.tv/Sarcasm City TV, man. Twitch.tv/Sarcasm City TV. Man called me a proper prick. Oh, jeez. Question: How big up LFC Red says you might be getting the likes of Belieber. Does your expectations for United change compared to the start of the window? Absolutely, of course. You can't bring in a player the quality and how highly I rate Belieber, and your expectations don't go up. Yes, of course. With him, adding the 3 players we've signed, top 8 now. It's top 8. Obviously, performances and results better. That goes without saying, but top 8 in the Premier League. Even with AFCON, it's like, yeah, it's top 8. AS Madison, you doing too much. I said top 4, you know. We still got that goalkeeper in charge, yo. Still got that goalkeeper in charge. I mean, that goalkeeper in the net, and we still got that man in charge, you know. Got 2 problems, man. The Portuguese guy in the dugout and the Cameroonian guy in goal. But hey, we move. I said so cool. Yo, because they ain't played you lot. How many times they played you lot in the last 20 years, man? They gonna get there, man. I'm gonna pull up the championship games as well. I think it's early. It's 12:30 p.m. UK time. It's early. Let me check. So yeah, I'm not gonna do a lot of championship games because they'll be the same time as the Prem games. But since it's early, you might as well come looking there. Oh yeah, he said that's today. Now I'll be doing the what's it called? Nephew. Shit. You know what? I might do it and just push back the now. I can't because I got the United Spurs show. I might push that back. Keep a lookout. I might do Birmingham Ipswich. But definitely Coventry Hall, that's 12:30. And then see that, because I don't watch the championship. I don't know who to watch like that. So I talked to Steve about who's the better 3 p.m. games and the better 5:30 games. But just because of my nephews, you know, talking bad about, you know what I'm saying, the blue pride in Birmingham, I might just do Birmingham Ipswich. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Flawless, if you can't get the best of him, Bremo, can you SESKO and Belieber sacking? Hey, as Madison, I'm with you and you know this. You're the one guy who I actually think your criticism is too harsh. But because the manager's so bad, I can't defend him. You open yourself up to heavy criticism because as Madison don't give a shit. You don't think I criticize, boy. I don't want to get the wrong side as Madison in real life, yo. This guy be saying shit, and even I'm like, that's as much as I dislike these players and these managers. I'm like, I mean, the manager, I'm like, but you leave yourself open to this criticism. I'm with you, that's Madison. I'm with you. But I don't believe he will. But I believe the players you've mentioned there are good enough to just get results. When I look at top 8, it's in spite of him. It's in spite of him. Because I don't think our performances will be too different. I've said this, like the actual performance and tactically and how we look. I just think we now have goal scorers in the team. We now just have better quality in the team. So we'll go, right, terrible. This is going to be a lot. Terrible performance. Good result. It's going to be, I guarantee, in the first 3-4 games, that'll be one of my match reaction titles. Terrible performance, great result. And then in the next 4 or 5 games, it will be another terrible performance, but another great result. Guaranteed, man. Let's see this shit. You know what I'm saying? I could just see it happening over. Like, I can. I really like, it's like, we playing poorly and Bremo does something and we win the game. Bremo scores a brace, or Cunha does something, or Belieber does a Mazza if we get him, or SESKO gets a goal, or Bruno does something, or Ahmad does something. You know, like the Southampton game, prime example. Losing 1-0, been awful against Southampton the entire game, and then Ahmad scores a hat-trick. That type of shit. know what I'm saying? Bruno picks up the ball and shoots from 25 yards and it goes in. And we've been awful the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Man said, well, before Believer, I said 10th at best. Now it's top 4. Man, see this guy. Man said, before Believer, 10th. Now it's top 4. I hear you, though, man. Man said he's getting it. Get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Word to the OG Norridin. Yeah, Ryan B, I'm still 90% unbelievable. Until some information comes out that changes that, still 90%. I don't think we approach him and Brighton if we don't think we could get the deal done. Yeah. Of course. Sai, wait, can you answer what question? If you got a question for me, yeah, Sai, floor's yours, man. You already know. I got one better for you. I've been alive 18 years and I've never seen them beat us in the league. That's mad. Where they projected to actually finish in the I don't know about the championship and what's going on. I said, get it. Or in a mixer. You know what I'm saying? The mixer. Where we at? All right. Okay. Make sure. Oh, yeah, shit. Yeah, members fan calling show. Yeah. So I talked to M. De Niro and see what's what. Because now that nephew mentioned it, Birmingham Ipswich I actually wouldn't mind doing. But then I'd have to keep the members calling show to like an hour or so. So probably not, unfortunately. But I'll probably just keep a lookout on the actual game and have it on itself. And then just start the Saturday with commentary hole. Probably do that. Let's see what's what. Flawless, what is your most... Oh, no, not that. It's... I'm building the team the wrong way around. Defense first and keeper. Well, we actually signed defenders last summer. We went, even though it wasn't his, but we bought in defensive. All the players we signed were defensive outside of Xerxes. The first summer and even January, every single player we signed was a defensive-minded player, apart from Xerxes. It's the only one. Yes, to Twitch. Follow and subscribe to the Twitch people. Twitch.tv/SarcasmCityTV people. I need to start adding it back to everything and all that. Wait 1 second. Where people? Twitch.tv/SarcasmCityTV. Oh yeah, United Pull is a real thing, man. Like, you don't stop becoming a big club. You can become an unsuccessful club, a really unsuccessful club, which we are. But you can, what's it called? What is going on here? Why about you lot? But you don't stop becoming a big club. Just having a look. I'm just on Twitch now. That's why I changed everything around in there. It's been a minute since we've been on there. Right, we still got 3.2K followers on there. So yeah, to do that. All right, where we at? See that old message from Kaneki on there? But yeah, that's the Twitch, man, right there. I'm sorry, you lot. I'm gonna get to the chat. Give me 1 second. There we are. Gotta add this back to everything now. See the life of a content creator. Let me just put that up on the screen. Yes, follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, because that's where you get Premier League, Champions League, Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup, Championship games will be on there. Gaming content will be on there as well. But when the game's on the playback, it'll be on both. Games will be on the playback and the Twitch, if the game's actually on the playback for us to watch. And yes, like Spoob said, if you have Amazon Prime, you can use it to subscribe to the Twitch for free, and then you don't get adverts. You just use the same email. If you have any issues, just let me know during the live stream. But yeah, follow the Twitch, people. Follow the Twitch. Flawless, when we had the debate on Calling Show, I said United get all signings, United will finish top 8, but you said I'm speaking from hope. Yeah, that's because I didn't think we'd sign Belieber. That's why I signed. You didn't think we'd sign Belieber. That's why you messaged me talking about you can't sign him. I didn't think we get Belieber. I thought it would have been like, I don't know, a Douglas Luiz or the guy from Atalanta. What's his name? Edison, or somebody like that. Or a Rios, who was the Colombian central midfielder. I didn't think it'd be Belieber. What are we talking about here? DA says, you probably get this question all the time, but where did the name originate from? I actually need to do a tell all. So it's music. That's why. That's where it originally stemmed from. And it's not no like deep story or anything like that. I needed a name at the time. I was rapping. I was young. For whatever reason, my brethren, who we didn't call any nicknames, had 2 nicknames. One of them was Flawless. And he said it, and it just resonated with me. And I was like, yeah, can I take that? Even though it was like, and he was like, yeah, sure. And then I started just rapping, and then I put the name in a bar. And then obviously, man used to be MCing on sets and stuff like that. For those that don't know, sets is where it's to be a venue, to be a DJ spinning instrumentals, and then to be a load of MCs in the building, and then you go on stage and spit your raps. Not spit on not on stage, but you just grab the mic. So let's say there's 10 MCs, let's say there's 10 MCs in the building. Everyone just goes and spits their bars. That type of thing. And then I had a bar with it. I had some local fame, and then that's that. And then it kind of just stuck, and people started calling me Flawless. It was it. And that was from high school days. It was high school days. So like year 8, 9, probably year 8, maybe even before that. Might have been year 7, but early high school years. But yeah, to Sai, talking about, yeah, we finished top 8. Speaking from hope. Yes, because it was Belieber. This guy acting like anybody thought that United were going to go in for Belieber. Wait, even before Belieber, what is your prediction? I said 10th. I said 9th, 10th. I don't think we get quality. Bear in mind, I think when we had this conversation, was it SESKO we was looking at? Do you trust Jason Wilcox? Looks like he's taking us back to the Prem proven route. I do trust whoever's involved in in regards to the transfers, because they seem to have it on point. I do trust them. Yes. I do like, because that's something they've done. This is the 3rd window now. And the 3rd window, they seem to be knocking it out of the park again. I'm going to be, even though I don't like Ineos and think they're terrible, I'm not going to be unbalanced. I'm going to be honest about it. This is the 3rd window in a row and you're on point again. Yeah, that's what some people say secondary school, some people say high school. I say high school, but that's just me. That's just me. They're signing players who can play a 3-4-3, yeah. And they're also signing players who can play different positions as well. The SESKO can play as a striker. He played as a front. He played in a 2 at Leipzig. Cunha can play as a 10 or play left wing. And Bremo can play as a right or play as a 10. Talib is a midfielder. Dogu can play wing back or full back. Delit can play in a back 3 or a back 4. Maz can play as a full back. Yoro can play as a centre back in a back 4. So I like the signings. So what's stopping United from top 5 in your eyes? Your attack is crazy and Belieber's a crazy good signing. The goalkeeper and the manager. They're the 2 major issues. Goalkeeper, manager. Yeah, to Chris, SESKO and Openda, yeah. They were the 2. So that's the problem that's stopping us. If you bring me a good goalkeeper and you bring me a good manager, top 5, son. If it's Donnarumma in goal and it's trying to think, and it's just a competent manager, is there Eddie Howe? Where top 5 would be on. But I'm aware of the issues that we still have. I'm not blinded by it. Flawless off topic, but imagine if SESKO scores and Gyökeres doesn't. Just imagine Troop's reaction if that happens. I need it. I need that to happen. I do. Last season, United got the defense sorted. This season, they're getting the attack sorted. And I believe next year they get the midfield stat. There's a method to their approach. Again, when it comes to buying players, I hear you. The buying of players has been excellent. Absolutely excellent. Plaudits. Everything else has just been terrible. That's where my issue lies. Yeah, man, Chris, I'm realistic. You ain't gonna get no... I don't sell dreams here. I'm not a dream seller. I'm not a dream seller. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that whatsoever. I'm not gonna lie to you lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not whatsoever. I'd love to get Donnarumma. Will it happen? I don't know. Back in the set, you know. Would love to. Would love to get him. Well, do I see it happening now? Flawless, you telling me Belieber only improves 1 or 2 positions in the table? Yes. Not because of his lack of quality, because of the lack of quality surrounding him. People don't understand that we still have an awful manager. People still don't understand that we also have an awful goalkeeper. This manager could still line up with Onana in goal, Shaw at centre back, Maguire at centre back, Delo at wing back. Problems. Still playing Bruno in the 8. Still playing Mount as a 10. Still potentially playing Højlund. I don't look at it as a perfect world side. I look at Manchester United as for what they are and not what I want them to be. We watched this manager pick terrible lineups all season long last season. So why all of a sudden is he going to pick the correct lineups? Like, what are we doing here? Played a large part as to why Bruno's still here. Playing a part as to why Onana's still here. Playing a part as to why Garnacho's still here. Playing a part as to why Højlund's still here. So as great as the Belieber signing would be, and then Bremer and Cunha are fantastic, and Ahmad is etc. As is Dalit, as is Euro, as is Maz, still problems. Flawless, I'm saying if United get Belieber and they finish 8, it's diabolical. Yeah, because the manager's terrible. I hear you, Si. But again, I'm understanding in regards to the manager, because we shouldn't have finished 15th. That's the point. They used to say, hey, finishing that. We just had a diabolical finish. That Manchester United side, as bad as it is, wasn't the 15th worst team, wasn't 15th place in the league. And we finished 15th. So why with better players is he going to have us hitting our targets when he didn't have us hitting our targets with this look? We were 15th. No one thought that. At no point. Under Ten Hag at the start of the season, under Amorim when he first joined, no one thought that. See, Wes Madison gets it. Onana, Delo, Shaw, Maguire, Bruno, Mount are all still here. Højlund's still here. Still here. What are we doing out here? Played a part in Garnacho and being here. How? Should have banished him the same way he banished Rashford. Should have never let him back. And we might have took that money in January that Napoli came in with. Chances are we probably do. So that's why I said play the part. That's how. So yeah, all of a sudden, because we're buying better players, he's magic. People act like he's magically going to improve, like him as a manager. I don't understand that thought process. The team is better, yes, but I could do that. If you give me I'm the manager. If you give me Manchester United's team from last season, and then you add Embremo, Cunha, SESKO, potentially Belieber, the team's going to get better and get better results. Is that because of me or is that because of the team? It's the same difference. Same way I'd be an awful manager, he's been an awful manager. Right? And again, we're not 15th. But people need to see it. You think Chelsea swooping for Guehi considering the news of the Colwell injury? Potentially. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Definitely potentially. You could. It'd be a Chelsea thing to do. Well, he changed his attitude according to him, but then he showed his true colors after the fact. So you was fooled. And even this Rasmus, outside of his attitude, he's an awful footballer. You should have shotted him immediately. Why was you playing him week in, week out? He went 20 games without a goal. And yet you still persisted with him. Mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Again, Sai, should. You're saying Spoobs, I know, but this team has to finish above top 8 if you get believed. Should. I agree with you. But do I think it will because of this manager? No. Because he'll do things to mess it up. Same way, Arsenal should be better than what they have with the quality they have. But Arteta is a hindrance to that. Same difference. Same way, very good managers get more out of teams. This is why Emery, I use as the example all the time, took that Villa side from 17th to 7th. And now they're top 6. Flawless, Højlund wasn't a regular starter at Atalanta. Why the fuck did Ten Hag sign this clown? Nick, your answer to this question is as good as mine. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Devil's advocate, who was he going to play there? Slim at points near the end, Maino or Xerxes? The two very good options there. Don't have to play Garnacho. Because if he would have got injured for the rest of the season, would we have gone out there with 10 men, or would have players have played? Somebody would have played. They weren't both injured for the entire season. Myth. No, they wasn't. They was not both injured for the large parts. No. That 20-game period that he played, they were fit for the most. Xerxes was fit for all of it. Was fit for all of it. Maino was fit for the vast majority. Myth. I'm saying both injured. Please do your research. You can literally go and check how many games that man missed. You can literally go and check it. Yeah, he's talking about Maino but yeah, it's this Smith, Maino and Xerxes. They're the two. That there was no one else but Garnacho. So if Garnacho would have got injured for the rest of the season, we would have went out there with 10 men. Or would somebody have played and not go 0020? Even if he played a youngster, I don't think a youngster goes 0020. A youngster doesn't, but yeah, I know they were both fit because we watched Warrior J. You was here, and me and you, not just me and you, but me, you, and everyone else was here. Watch this. Watched my watch-alongs. Watch my match reactions. But okay, they were slim pickings. Flawless. Okay, then if he rectifies his mistake, do you think he can make it with a top player of quality? Yeah, and if Margot Robbie answers my DMs, do you think you lot see me again? Answer my question, and I'll answer yours. Please run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button. I'll just there you go with inside. There you go. Man said never. Exactly. So why all of a sudden is he going to start picking the right players? Where is this hope coming from? Where is this belief that he picks the right players? People said that. Someone said that to me yesterday. Oh, what happens if he finishes top 4? Or if he challenges for the league or wins the league? So you have to go to unrealistic hypotheticals to prove a point. There, your argument already holds no weight. Not you side, but people like United fans when they say that to me. How are you doing? No, you wouldn't see me again. No, would not see me again. What are we talking about? Would not. And when I say see me again on here, when I see me on a red carpet with her, well, you don't see me here again. How are you doing? Will Bruno start? Will Bruno still start now? You're getting players in this position, but you also rejected 80 million from Saudi. Idiotic move from our standpoint. Idiotic move from our standpoint, not taking that deal. But yes, he still starts. It's Bruno and Bruno starting. So it's Bruno and. So if that's Belieber, if we get him, if that's Agate, if that's Maino, if that's Casemiro, Bruno starts. Yes, to answer your question. Bruno starts. Yeah, that's it. How long have I got left? Oh, we still got the time left on that. Off topic, but prediction for Community Shield Flawless. Hey, fuck Liverpool, 2-0 Palace. That's what we're going to go with. We're going to go 2-0 Palace. And Dazza, I seen you answered. You asked me as well about would I offer 70 million and Collier for Belieber? Absolutely, yes. And I like Collier, but yes. If we can get You know what I'm saying? If we can get if we can get Belieber, go and do it. Go and do it. Right. But I think that is it. I think we out, people. It's all right. Love to everyone that's locked in. Run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button as well. I'm gonna have to put this at this time on a regular now, I know. So yeah, people, Q&As. It's gonna start at 11:30 p.m.s. But clearly this time works for you, lot. So I might just go 12:30 instead. Or do I go midnight? Yeah, you know what? I'll probably just go 12:30. I might put a show on before. I'm trying to go live twice. So yeah. So the gaming will probably get moved. So keep a lookout on that. I don't know what, but something. People. 100%. But don't forget, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sarcasm City TV. Make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Clips YouTube. Subscribe to the gaming channel as well. Follow the Twitch. Follow the playback also. Right. See what's what. I don't think anyone is in. No one's live, right? Is anyone live, people? No one's live. I'm just gonna send you lot to. I'm already just send you lot to the Clips channel. Actually, no one's live. Depends. I don't know what new clips Prime's got on there. Really don't. Plus, would you rather Demba Ba great season at Newcastle or meet you at Swansea? Demba Ba's. Because it was him and it was Cisse, etc., etc. It's fire. This is a great question. Does anyone know if Crystal Palace have been reinstated to the Europa League? I'm not sure. Well, big up to you lot, man. It's always good chopping out with people in the chat. And shout out to you lot, because when I asked you lot questions, you lot actually respond. I respect it, even if you lot disagree. Does the Q&A time change when the Champions League and Europa League games go? Nah, because it would still be, they would finish at like 10:30, 11. So doing this at 12:30 makes sense. I might have to change the show after that. I want to put another show at this time. I've got an idea for one, actually. Do you have an idea? But because this has worked so well, I might have to come up with another idea for a show. But yeah, leave it with me, man. My brain's always ticking. But no, this will stay here. This will be 12:30. Moving this from the daytime to this time worked. Because obviously it used to be earlier. It's like this works. So obviously the daytime shows you get is Mondays and Tuesdays with the Monday night pods. Start of your week. Hey, Sheik, big up. You lot, make sure you subscribe to Sheik as well, man. What I'm saying, make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV. He's like 20 odd subscribers away from what's it called? From 1K. Subscribe to Sheik TV. Big up my guy Zare as well. Make sure you subscribe to Zare. Yeah, Madison cutthroat. Don't ever get it mistaken. I even say I'm like him. He's more cutthroat than me. Madison be saying stuff in the chat, and I'm like, damn, he's right. But I'm like, Jesus, that is cutthroat. Which I get. You know why? Because I know he wants to win. That's why I respect it. That's why I'm just like, Fairs, even though I think his criticism may be over the top, I know he wants to win. I know as Madison wants what's best for Manchester United. He ain't on no, I just want excitement and young players to come in and do. No, man wants to win. I know that from talking, and I can only respect that. Man's win at all costs, cutthroat, and that's the way it should be. And this is why you hear me being so critical about certain things. The reason for that. The reason for that. Well, this is me. See, as Madison, no surprise, he's slightly older than me. So there's no surprise, man. Because I witnessed the golden era too, and he would have witnessed it. He would have had a better viewpoint of it because he would have witnessed it being just bad and then getting like absolutely the platinum era, man. Phil Jackson era. Everybody wore platinum because everybody wore platinum. It's a game, man. You would have thought the unit was coached by Phil Jackson. Bars. Of course, Benny, man, respects Universal 100%. 100%. Without doubt. But yeah, man, big up to all you lot. Don't forget, though, as well, people, if you don't know, this show and all the other shows on the channel, apart from watch-alongs, fan calling shows, gaming content, etc., are all available on all audio platforms. So if you want to listen to these podcasts audio only, it's also on the channel here. It's also on the YouTube music as well. It's on there, but Spotify. Type in Sarcasm City TV, follow 5 stars, people. Type in Sarcasm City TV, follow 5-star us on there, iTunes, Apple Podcast, or you iPhone users, 5-star us on there, SoundCloud, etc., as well. What's this? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the channel. Right, which one do you? Hey, this is crazy. Right, so we got which one? Just having a look. I'm gonna send you lot to the clips channel. I just don't know which clip to send you lot over to. That's all. That's all it is. Probably, you know what? Send you lot to the AOs of Tony. That's where we're gonna go. Because there's one there that's saying I don't want nothing from Chelsea. We'll wait for the Nacho one on that. Yeah, so you know what we'll do? Send you lot over to that for Tony still. All right, let's go. Let's go, people. All right, give me a sec. I'm just setting it up as we speak. You took the worst player. What did Free-Minded say? You took the worst player just not to give Chelsea money. Jackson was the better choice. I disagree that Jackson was the better choice. I disagree that Jackson was the better choice, to be honest. I'm saying, just make sure Chelsea don't spend all that money to finish in the same position, you know. Just to let me know. Concentrate on trying to buy to break into that top 3, man. I'm saying, you concentrate on that. Like, you lot got issues, man, trust me. And we will be there, man. We will be there. All right, just setting up this stream right now as we speak. Right. Shit. Yeah, I'm setting up a premiere now as we speak, people. Why is this not working? Oh, there we go. All right. So yeah, it's Tony, the AO Chronicles of Tony, man. That's what it is. Let me actually add his channel to it as well. I like Tony Claude Guna. Because there's 100 of you lot here, so it'd be a waste. Of course, free. I respect, man. You take shots, I take shots, man. But it's all nothing but love. You already know, man, and I respect that. That's what it is, man. We're supposed to banter as rivals. You feel me? Supposed to take shots at each other. But not something's gone completely wrong. Something's gone completely wrong. Just to get, what is this? What am I doing here? I have no idea. I'm on the wrong screen. That's how you know I'm tired, people. Literally trying to set up this. All right. Where we at? Yeah, facts. How dare you? Last thing I am is zesty. Like, I'm a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Intelligent, smart, incredibly good looking, amazing, angel-like, generous, total delight. And, you know, just a joy and just the wonder to be around. There's a lot of things. You feel me? I hear it, man. Hear it. Get it. Hear it. Modest. See that, Chris? You get it, man. Modest. Super modest, man. Super modest. Supremely, man. Supremely modest. You feel me in that? So generous, though, so thoughtful. The whole 9. Feel me? Oh, yeah. Right. We closing out. We're going to redirect over to the Clips channel, people. I've literally just set that up now. We're going to redirect it. You better idiots. We're redirecting to the Clips channel also. So, yeah, run up the likes over there. Subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Clips YouTube channel as well. Hope you lot enjoyed this. I'm keeping this at this time. So it'll be slightly earlier, 12:30 a.m., people. Well, big up. Love to everyone that, hey, Sheik, no one asked you, you know, Sheik. This guy, you know, no one asked this guy anything. And this guy just running his mouth, you know. This is why he's a crook. Man just got here, yeah. Said big up Flawless and then just started dunking on me just unnecessarily. And we supposed to be boys. We supposed to be, I would never do that to Sheik, you know. Never. But look what I do, man. I will, you know, what's it called? I will be the bigger man. I'm gonna be the bigger person and say Sheik is a great content creator. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. That's all I'm gonna do. Look at this, yo. Look at this, yo. Right, I'm closing out. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, solo edition, live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.